So it seems from all indications that Doris Ogala and her ex-husband are back together. Yes, you heard me right. They are back together as a couple. And with everything that went down, saying I'm shocked is an understatement. And I'm pretty sure this is not just about me, that there are a lot of people who are going to be shocked about this information. But I'm going to show you the reason why I say it seems they are back together. First of all, going through Doris Ogala's Facebook page, on her story, she posted a video. Actually, the fact that she posted this video actually says something, because this video is in Igbo. It was made by a woman named Auntie Glo, but I'm going to be translating exactly what the Auntie Glo herself said. So the Auntie Glo says that she has posted a video in the past where she let people know that when they call Doris and her ex-husband as exes, like when they refer to them as exes, that they are wrong, that these people are not what you would call ex. And if you say they are not ex, right, that means that they are still actively together. So she said that, and people doubted her. But a video proof of Doris Ogala with her ex-husband is what she saw, and she came forward to say, I told you guys that these people are together. So if Doris Ogala herself posted that video, which clearly stated that she and her ex-husband are together, what does that tell you? Doesn't that tell you that something is definitely happening between these two people? But that aside, let's look at a post that Doris Ogala actually made herself. So here we have Doris Ogala making this post on Facebook. Now she said, hobby came through for at Don Lulu Mayor. I guess that's his nickname or something. But look at that word, guys. Hobby. She said hobby. So what does that tell you? It's apparent that these two people are back together. I have a lot of things to say, but I'm going to leave that at the end of this video. But she said, my confession is freedom from occultic kingdom. Everything stolen from me is returned. Everything stolen from me is returned. Apparently her husband was part of the thing that was stolen from her, according to her, by Pastor Chris's deception. And now she says it's returned. What does that tell us? What does that tell us? Doris Ogala is getting back everything she lost. And then she said, God is not done yet. Their kingdom is on fire. Angels destroying their evil devices. I don't care what you think. I got back what was stolen from, I guess she wanted to add me there. But Doris, you can't tell us you don't care what we think, because our thoughts should matter. You brought this whole thing to us in the public. Your ex-husband brought his own side to us in the public. So what we think should actually matter. But let's move forward. Your opinion to yourself. Oh, wow. This is more spiritual than physical. A lot was stolen from me with my boss, Ikoko Oma Abia. So by and large, this is just Doris telling us, I've gotten back with my ex-husband. And what you think does not matter. Is more spiritual. And I'm beginning to think that, yeah, it's spiritual, because a lot of people in the comment section, but the line of spirituality they are looking towards is not actually what Doris is saying. I guess Doris is saying God is compensating her for coming forward to expose these people. And a lot of people in the comment section are beginning to imagine that maybe it's juju. She somehow tied the guy spiritually. I don't think it's any of that anyway. I don't think it's any of it. This is just, I don't know. But let's just go over to the videos themselves. And after that, I'll say what I have to say about all this. So now that we have seen the video, the proof, I'm honestly a bit shocked by what I'm seeing, and I think many people are too. So from Doris Ogala's recent Facebook activities, everything we have been seeing across her media handles, it appears to me now that she's back together with her ex-husband. I want to be clear from the start. This is based on what she herself shared publicly, so I've already shown that all this we're saying is based on that. And if you follow through with the stuffs I showed, it's obvious that they are back together because she called him hubby. She reposted a video on her story where a woman was saying they are not exes, they are back together. What does that tell you? She said everything that she lost, she's gotten it back. And she looks happy. You can see when she was together with the man, the hug, the smile. They look connected, if you ask me, they look connected. But there has been no official statement, no detailed explanation. We're imagining that will come later. These are just signals that suggest a reconciliation. Let me just pause here and say, I made a video earlier where I referred to Doris as a not so good person because I saw her change as fake. I saw it as just a means to maybe get her own money and, go away, forget about the issue. But from the things I've been seeing, it seems Doris is actually hell-bent on pursuing this issue with Pastor Chris. So I just want to use this opportunity to say I don't actually see her the same way I saw her earlier that prompted me to actually make that video. So maybe is this a kind of apology, or is this a kind of realizing that I might be wrong? I don't know. Everything has not played out yet, but at this point, I think Doris is genuine. Not just because I'm seeing a reconciliation. No, it's not about the reconciliation. I even have my reservations about that. What I'm saying is actually about the fact that she's still actively pursuing the case despite, despite everything that is happening. I thought maybe the case is going to die down, but it's obvious that she's still actively pursuing it. So I might have misjudged her. So this is me saying, yes, I might have misjudged her. I don't know the full story yet, so it's still a might there, but I acknowledge the fact that I'm actually wrong based on what we are seeing now. But let's move forward with what we have on our table today. So with this Doris Ogala's reconciliation with her ex-husband, what is surprising is not just the reunion itself, but the history that led up to the separation. Doris previously spoke openly about what she said she went through in that marriage, what she did, and she also alleged domestic violence from the man. Serious things were actually alleged from both sides. And her ex-husband made his claims, he said a lot of things which I interpreted in English because that video was in Igbo. So now when you place those statements side by side, reconciliation is not the ending most people expected. That's why this moment feels a little bit shocking for me and a lot of people, I guess. On one hand, if this reunion brings her peace, if it calms the frustration, the emotional exhaustion, the visible strain she expressed, then that is something I can genuinely be happy about for her. Marriage is deeply personal and no outsider fully understands what happens behind closed doors. But on the other hand, it raises difficult questions. Were the issues that were publicly described resolved? Was accountability taken on both sides? Were the problems healed or merely paused? These questions don't come from a place of judgment. There's something they say, absence creates fondness. When you've not seen someone for a long time, it creates this feeling of fondness. You begin to miss them and you want them back. It can as well be the situation that happens here. Maybe they genuinely loved each other. Oh, Doris said she didn't love him, but maybe on the man's side, for him to have forgiven the kind of things that he says that Doris did, and Doris herself says that she also did, then I think it was obvious the man was genuinely in love with Doris. But love, as we all know, is not enough. So the question is, did they handle their issues, or did the fact that they were away from each other create this fondness that makes them want to be together? But then when they get back together, the issues that were left unresolved begins to manifest itself again. At this point, I think they are older and they are wiser and they've both been through a lot. So I think there should be a more mature approach to whatever they have together now. But still, if issues are left largely unresolved, they're going to pop up again. Because when serious accusations are made publicly and then a reunion happens without any clarity, it creates a kind of confusion, not just for observers like us, but for anyone who may have drawn strength or caution from her earlier story and his earlier story too. Ultimately, Doris has the right to choose her path. Reconciliation can sometimes mean growth, reflection, and real change. Other times, it can also mean returning to something familiar, simply because it's familiar. What social media shows us are moments, not the full story. And until Doris herself speaks plainly about what has changed, all we can do is observe, question thoughtfully, and hope that whatever decision she's making is one that truly protects not just her well-being, but the well-being of her ex-husband. And just to address people that might have their own reservations too, I think Doris and her ex-husband deserve a chance. I, for one, didn't actually think that men are able to forgive a cheating, but still, since the man has come forward, acts mature, and I don't think he moved on fully. I don't think he got married again and had kids. I think these people do deserve a chance. But at the same time, I think they need to be honest and plain with the public, since the whole issue was made public. From the way the man spoke when he gave his own account of things, I saw a man who was in deep pain. But at the same time, I saw a man who didn't really have a strong will of his own. From the decisions he made throughout the duration of their marriage, he didn't really have a strong will, like a person who says a thing and truly stands by it. So I don't know if that is influencing his decision now, because it seems Doris has this power to influence his actions, where she says a thing or she does a thing and the guy is immediately responding to what she wants. I don't know how it works, but I guess it's some kind of love or some kind of attachment. If you have an explanation for this, please, you can leave it out in the comment section, because I'm genuinely concerned. I'm happy for their reconciliation, but I also have my reservation, which is why I am wondering why it was so easy for this to happen. Like, it wasn't so long ago that the man was lamenting, saying how terrible of a person Doris was. Has it been up to a month? I don't think so. And then here we are, a reunion, happy, hugging. They are back together. She's calling him hubby. I don't understand. That's my reservation. I don't understand. I need an explanation. How is it so easy for Doris to be able to get him back? I'm not being a sadist. I'm just being realistic. If you have some sort of explanation, I'd really appreciate if you do leave it in the comment section, because ever since I saw all this, I've been trying to rack my brain, like, what's going on here? How was this so easy? I appreciate the reconciliation, yes, but how the hell was this so easy? Like, how? Because I know for the average Nigerian man, if you were found cheating, like, it's not really something they easily forgive. And this is something she did over and over and over again. She really, really, really broke this guy's heart. I don't know if they actually officially divorced. Maybe they never did. But please, I need an explanation. Doris, I'm happy for you, but I need an explanation, not just from you, but from people that are going to watch this video. How was this so easy? If you have anything to say, please, I would love to know your thoughts in the comments.